I'm here as your host, CT Rob, and with CT Squid as always.
How you guys doing?
And first and foremost, we want to give a quick shout out to our new Twitter followers. Let's see, we got John Phoenix AZ. We got Stop Insane Podius. Sorry if I said that wrong. D. John. Why Are You Marching? Ross S. Previs. Social in Tempe. The Shimbo Report. Right Toyota. Tim Scullin. Kathleen Roberts. Cannabis and Coffee. Global Reporting. And Cheryl Davenport. We thank you guys for following us.
Yeah, guys, thank you.
Thank you. Keep it up. Keep listening to the show. And we got a crazy show for you here today. We got some interesting topics. Is there a new Cold War? Or has it ended with Trump's presidency? We're going to be discussing Donald Trump's email leak, which is pretty hilarious. We're going to go through there's been a lot of news. I mean, we're going to talk about Donald Trump's press conference because, oh boy, was that funny.
And, well, I'm going to go with the Doozy, too, because he threw some big whoppers.
Yeah, he threw some big whoppers out there. We're going to talk about Obama's, farewell address. So stay tuned to this show. So to start it off here, we're going to talk about the leaks that came out with Donald Trump. They are pretty hilarious. It actually dropped last night. We actually have the name now. At first, they didn't know who dropped it, and get this, it was pretty much a game of phone call. But the word is Trump actually had this in his lap when they gave him the briefing on Russia, and we talked about that on the show. Yes, he had the actual he had this report supposedly. Now this came from BuzzFeed, and they say it came from I actually found they actually know who it is now. It was a former British intelligence officer who prepared a dossier about President-elect Trump's ties to Russia and has been identified according to the report. Christopher Steele was his name, and he's the one that pretty much gave it over to the U.S., and then long story short, it went to an FBI guy, to John McCain, to an FBI guy, to President Obama, to President Trump, and then somehow, as President Trump says, got into BuzzFeed. And as he said, and then CNN did not report it. They did not claim the story was theirs. They actually they referenced this story as a possibility, and none of this, let me just repeat for our listeners, none of this has been confirmed. The only confirmation I can give you is that the British intelligence officer's name is Christopher Steele. Now, the claims from these leaked Trump blackmail files are, listen to this, Russian government trying to influence Trump's name for years. Trump has been to Russia for business many times, completed in major deals. Memos describe sex videos with prostitutes and Trump in 2013's visit to Moscow hotel, and I'm sorry if I can't say this, it's Kompromat, or Compromat, I won't even try to say that anymore. And get this, the whole, involving urine. What? Yes, Russian officials proposed lucrative deals disguised bribes to win influence over Trump. Purported meetings during the 2016 campaign between Trump, Republicans, and Russian officials. Topics discussed include DNC and Podesta hacking carried out with full knowledge and support of Trump campaign and team. So that's kind of a summary of what was located in these emails. So Trump has almost has this little R. Kelly conspiracy going on about him right now of prostitution and peeing on young women, apparently. Now, as I said, I think it's pretty hilarious. I don't know if it's true. We're going to have to do a little more research, and we promise we'll bring you that right here on the show, as we were the first to talk about the Russian influence in the elections anyway, so thank you to everyone who gives us props and credit for that, because we were. But I don't know, Squid, what do you think about it? I mean, do you think it's true?
Honestly, I mean, if it is true, it just brings to light with what he's done. Because, a lot of people are saying, this can either have people thinking, we need to try and get him out of office, or
he's already in office. He's already there. I just think it's funny. I This is actually a story I hope is true.
I really didn't know about the story until I saw him talk about it.
Well, yeah, if for those of you who don't know, that's why Trump told the CNN reporter, "You do fake news," was because of this report. That's why he denounced him right there during that press conference. Speaking of that press conference, man, that press conference was hilarious. It was by far the most, as I like to say, slip and slide speech I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he reminds me of Slippery Dick.
He really does. I mean, he's so... I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I never met him in my life. And especially that his tax lawyer or whatever at the end there, that was just pretty much telling us how he's still going to have his business ties. Well, he's not going to inherently have his business ties. It's going to be more like he gets a memo every day and he signs off on it kind of thing, which is what doesn't make sense. He said his conflicts of interest. I mean, they're not a big deal. Come on.
I saw that.
He also said, I love it. He goes, being friends with Putin isn't bad. It's an asset. Yeah. It's an asset to be a friend of Russia.
It's a great asset.
Believe me.
This in yours.
Believe me. I just, oh my God, Squid. I think it's, like we've been saying on the show ever since we started, it's like a bad movie, man.
It is. It's becoming the worst movie I've possibly ever seen.
It's a bad movie of almost, wow, okay, clearly this guy's lying. Can you not see that? I mean, how much do you... But, I have an interesting question to ask you. I want to hear your thoughts on it. I mean, even if and I'm telling this as on the show because as some of you think, some of us here lean a little left here, and that, I did say I did vote for Clinton in the election. However, though, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not like Hillary, like I've said countless times. But the point I'm getting to is, if you flip the script on his head here and say that this was Hillary, I would say at this point I'm saying, I don't really think he should be president. I really don't. I think there's just too much questions. Too much questions to integrity almost. That's just my opinion. I mean, that's always been a thing here. Have you ever seen an election so in question of the integrity of it? No. I mean, is he a legitimate, friend of the U.S. or is he a friend of Russia? Is he a patriot or, like I said, is he a friend of Russia? But it's crazy, man. I mean,
it really is.
It really is. It's really crazy. But the point I'm trying to make here is, if it was Hillary that did this, and let's say it was all the opposite, I would be saying right now Donald Trump needs to be president. With everything he said, if it was flipped around and the script was flipped right now, and it was Hillary going through all this and not Trump, I would say Donald Trump should just be president at this point because we can't trust him. And the reason I say, I'm not saying Hillary should be president right now. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying I don't think he should be the president because I think there's just too much, there's just too many questions right now. I mean,
there's a lot of questions.
There's too many questions. I mean, come on now. When have we ever seen this in this country?
No.
We have not seen this in this country.
This is...
It's
first.
It's unprecedented.
I want to go off what you were saying about Trump. I mean, I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they voted for Trump. And I said, and we were running around the car today, and I was telling them everything that happened, and I said, man, Trump has no ideas what he's doing. He has no background.
He has no plans.
Politician.
No.
In politics.
Yeah.
He's never run for office before. I mean, he's just out. And then he brought up was Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was an actor before he became a president, but he actually knew what he was doing. He listened to his advisors.
It's funny. Yeah, well, he did. Actually, Ronald Reagan did, but Ronald Reagan made a lot of mistakes. He really did. No, Ronald Reagan did some shady shit as well. It's actually a proven fact that he helped perpetuate the fucking Iran hostage situation to get Jimmy Carter out of office. That is actually from PBS. That's not a conspiracy. That is treason. Ronald Reagan did it. He also invented this fucking rain down economics that absolutely does not work. Many people don't even know this, but when he left office, we were in a deficit. So he handed off a deficit. So
started everything going.
And then Bill Clinton gave us a surplus, and then came another Republican that put us in a deficit. So you had deficit. Ronald Reagan, deficit. George H.W. Bush, George Bush's father, deficit. And then you had Bill Clinton, surplus. Oh, and then George Walker Bush, or George H.W. Bush, deficit. So, and then Obama cuts the deficit. There's starting to be an interesting pattern here, conservatives. What's going on here?
Democrats being able to take down the deficit?
Even though the conservative ideology is we care about the budget. We care about this. And I believe you actually had you had an interesting subject about that with Paul Ryan, I believe it was, right?
Paul Ryan came out with what they wanted to do with in the next couple of years, and also involved with Trump's wall and everything. And it was by 2026, we're going to be a little over $9.6 trillion in debt for the deficit. That's how much they want to spend.
That's insane. That's insane. Well, that is absolutely, and they say they care about the budget. But remember, conservative ideology is budget deficit. Remember that. Dude, that's not me saying that. That's you saying that. That is not us saying that. That hasn't.
You know, they would have a lot less of that debt if they kept Obamacare, because
that's exactly right.
That was a little over $1 trillion,
and even though
going into our government,
and even though Rand Paul, who I actually like Rand. I like Rand Paul, I do. But lately he's been a mixed bag himself. Lately he's been saying he agrees with Trump. He said he would go along with Rex Tillerson, even though to me that doesn't make any sense. But he came out, I know, and he said that this is out of control. That he said you cannot repeal Obamacare if you do not have another plan in place. And the reason he says that is because he sticks to his conservatives. He's a horrible libertarian. I'll tell you that right now. He's a horrible libertarian. He is not even libertarian. He stuck to his conservative ideology though and said, "Hey, we got to have a plan in place. We can't just cut this because it'll double the deficit." But many of his constituents don't care. Many of his colleagues don't care right now. They don't care. They just don't care about it.
They're leaning back and counting all that money in their.
Yeah, when they repeal Obamacare, there's going to be a huge tax break for the top 1% and 2%.
It is.
There will be. That is going to be clearly going to them. And we're going to go back to that shitty system that we had where, first of all, there's going to be 30 million people without health insurance, 500,000 in Arizona. And we're going to go back to the shitty system where health insurance, bankruptcy was the leading cause of bankruptcy in America. We're going to go back to the system of where, people died because they couldn't get treatment. We're going to go back to the system of where if you had cancer, you could not get covered because you had a pre-existing condition. That really sounds like a solution. That really does to me, right? That sounds like a great solution.
To Trump and his flunkies, it does.
It does, because they're going to get money out of it. But
that's the first thing I thought. Man, his kids are going to get rich off of this.
And Mr. Flake, I tweeted you on Twitter, and I asked you, is it worth it to for 500,000 Arizonians to be Arizona citizens, Arizonians, whatever you want to call us, to be without health insurance, most of them kids. I said the $23 million in surplus that we have is going to be wasted out the door to plug the hole. Is it worth it? And I want to know, Mr. Flake, is it worth it? Because, I actually have a little bit of respect for Jeff Flake, and we do on the show, and I will not lie, I actually do admire him, not because of many of his policies, but because of what he did with Donald Trump and how he stood up to Trump, unlike many of the other Republicans who just bent over and took it. So I admire Jeff Flake for that, but I am actually very pissed off that he would even consider doing this without even saying, hey, guys, maybe we should look at the, we should look at the other options instead of just cutting Obamacare and losing all this money. And then he also said, he liked what Sessions had to say I think it was Jeff Sessions had to say in in his foreign relations meeting, which I was like, my God, Flake, come on, dude. Come on, man. I know you're not like that. I know you know better than that. Come on. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
You never look behind the scenery. It's showtime for drag climbs, and Bedlam is dreaming of rain. When the hills of Los Angeles are burning, palm trees are candles in the murder wind. So many
and we're back with the Minute Man. So, hashtag Pizzagate there's now hashtag golden showers, and CT Steve is now joining us here in the studio. What's going on, Steve?
Oh my God!
Yeah, so Steve actually didn't watch Donald Trump's press conference. Me and Squid did, and it was pretty fucking hilarious to say the least. I mean, that's why we were saying earlier. That's why Donald Trump said, "Hey, CNN, you're fake news." Because I was saying that CNN actually referenced the whole golden showers dossier, as it's now popularly being called. I love it, and I've always wanted to use this. And if you know where this is from, hey, good on you. But if you don't, it's from the Boondocks. You know, I think those Republicans are trading in their gold records for gold showers.
It's just getting downright, like, it's beyond funny now. It's just like, what can you say at that point? I mean, what can you say at this point with this man? Again, I didn't see the press conference. I saw bits and pieces, obviously, on Twitter and all the media sites, but just him. Yeah, just him.
I know, he's just him, dude. He's just him.
Like, dude, this is like, I don't know whether or not to just like laugh out loud thinking this is going to be a 4-year-long comedy special starring Donald Trump, should we just be terrified?
I don't know.
I mean, it's just at this point.
I just think it's hilarious, and I'm just gonna run with it. And I hope Sean Hannity does this huge thing about how the alt left is pushing this golden showers narrative, because I want everyone to push this, because it will be so hilarious, and guess what? It will piss the alt-right off so bad. That is so worth it to see them get so upset. Watch, Alex Jones is going to go on the show. Golden showers scandals is a globalist conspiracy. The NWO is meaning to denounce Donald Trump. You know, Paul Joseph Watson would actually know a lot about this, considering he used to be an ex-janitor, but, you know, never learned about that. Yeah, that's that. But yeah, that's the press conference went pretty fucking hilarious. I mean, let's just jump right into it. One of the things that really made me laugh was he full on told the American people how bad hacking is, and I actually tweeted out his quote, and it was hilarious, and it was hacking bad.
It was, I followed right after you, and I tweeted out.
Donald Trump good. Hacking bad.
Hacking is bad. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I put that quoted. I quoted Donald Trump for everyone on Twitter on that one. Hacking bad.
Just a big pile of just
bullshit.
It's just a bunch of. It's not even just bullshit. I don't even know. Does he even believe himself anymore?
I don't know. Sometimes I think he blanks in and out of when he's talking.
I think he's blanking out. I think his brain is even like, I shouldn't even have said that.
Yeah.
At this point, this is just, it's ridiculous.
And I loved his lawyer coming out and telling us what a conflict of interest was, and how Donald Trump will not exactly have a say in his business, but he will get memos every daily on decisions that he will sign off on them. And as he said, he does not have to disclose his business because the Trump assets are important to Trump. He needs those to survive, basically.
I'm in his tax returns. He still won't.
Yeah, he still won't show his tax returns. That's a good serious note. Still will not show his tax returns. What? Why? He's president. Why won't he show them now? He won. I'm asking the GOP, any conservative Trump voter out there, why won't he show them? He won. Why not? Oh, that's right, because there would be even more ties to Russia. There'd be more piss allegations.
Oh, God, you went there.
I tell you, but here's the thing about that. Here's the thing. I just getting snippets of this, so don't criticize me for not watching the man's press conference, but it's all over the place. He's citing that Russia did not hack him. Whatever, it didn't hack the election. Okay, fine. But inciting that they should be hacking Hillary's emails.
Oh yeah.
He's seriously like a little kid at this point, just like, oh, it didn't happen to me, but it should have happened to this kid over here. I've said this before.
I would like to share with you too another Donald Trump quote that I tweeted right here. It said, "I am very much a germaphobe." Donald Trump.
He really said that?
Yeah, he said that. He said, I'm very much a germaphobe. I'm kind of like a germaphobe. You know?
Can I just now like touch him now and just have like all kinds of shit on my hands?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what kind of germs are those? I like honestly, what kind of germs are those? Are you referring to people?
Especially the germs in a taco bowl.
But you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. It could have been germs from those Russian hookers.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of like a germaphobe. I'm gonna have sex with a Russian prostitute. Okay, I'm kind of like a germaphobe. And of course, hacking bad.
Just a
I'm sorry to interrupt.
but yeah, no, I mean you're pretty much just icing the cake right there. Just all these tweets from random people saying the same exact thing. They're kind of speechless at this point, and they don't know what to think. And it is as we're looming right now. I mean, I think Barack Obama just gave his last press conference.
Yeah, he gave his farewell address.
And you know, as sad as that was,
I was actually disappointed.
I saw a tweet from Kyle. He has a show on YouTube. So
Yeah.
that we saw. I don't know if you guys saw that tweet about him saying that he's basically eons better than the president.
Yes, I told him 110% agree with you.
I agree with that too.
I agree with that.
It's a thing, and obviously you got people get butthurt about that, whatever.
No, he is. Dude, he's better than George W. Bush was. He's going to be better than Donald Trump. I mean, dude, I can just predict it now.
It's predicted, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, the Minutemen podcast is going to have a timer. The timer has already began. It's reaching the end. We are counting down the days until possibly what our live cast that we're going to have until, you know, we're just going to count down the
We're going to be lit for the apocalypse. That's what I'm going to say. We're going to start for the apocalypse.
That time. I mean, I look at it as people are already freaking out.
People are, man. I mean, I think it's really starting to settle in now that people are like, holy shit, Donald Trump is going to be president.
Like, I don't even think when we first saw it, when, you know, he was president-elect, it didn't even sink in, but now Barack Obama is gone.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Let me just talk a little bit about his speech. And, I'm sorry if you guys thought different. I was disappointed in his speech because I thought he should have rubbed it in their face a little bit. He should have been like, this is why I'm a better guy. Let me just tell you all the things I've done. I've cut the deficit. I've cut unemployment. I tried to give everyone universal health care that was stopped by the Republicans. I released nonviolent drug offenders. Even though I did not legalize weed, which I don't know why, but he did all those things, man. Even though, and then I said on the bad side, like I wrote on our Facebook, I said that he did 7 interventions. He helped force Hillary Clinton down our throats. He held a button down for Bernie Sanders. He watched the downfall of the Democratic Party, which is, in my opinion, dead. It's very much dead. And that was kind of another subject we were going to get into a little bit here today. Is the DNC dead?
Right.
Is it dead?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to agree and kind of disagree with you there about this press conference.
Oh, okay.
What I got from it, I think he should have done that in segments, definitely, because there were definite segments that were like, he could have said, what you did in the shining achievements that he did. But I can understand. He was pretty much trying to calm the people down, because there was definitely a lot of the people there that voted for Hillary that still haven't gotten over it, and he's trying to calm them down when he gave the whole time to come out of your bubble and calming them down. Cool. Well, yeah, keeping it cool, obviously, but you gave a good point there, Rob, saying that he should have
rubbed it in the face a little bit.
Named a list of accomplishments that he did, to just kind of remind people on the way out, not kind of shoving it in their face, but kind of shoving it in their face. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, totally.
Just at least say it.
Like, see my awards, basically.
Yeah, see it. Well, not just see my awards. Just, this is what happened while I was your president, and we made this shit happen. And don't be scared now. We all need to come together. I know he's got to say that, but like you said
about, said it just like the way you did.
Well, yeah, but hold on. Like, the whole thing with Rob was saying about, we're going to get into this next topic about the DNC. I mean, him kind of just, he let the party go.
He let it go.
Now, he did tug the party line with everybody, let it go.
Now, let me say this, and as much as I just want to say, when he started crying, I was like, oh, dude, don't start crying, bro. I was like, don't start crying, Obama. Don't start crying, bud. It's all right, man. You gonna get me start crying? Don't cry. No, but this is my problem with Obama. Is when it came to gaining things for Obama, it was all about Obama. Obama I hate is, he's a likable guy. And I don't think anyone in this room, or if, you disagree with me out there, I really don't care. But I think he's a likable guy. He's generally a likable guy.
He was.
He's generally a likable guy. However, though, he did so many things, though, that were just...
He didn't get there.
He didn't get there.
You know what it was? It's sort of like climbing a mountain, and you're just about there, but you're like, I don't want to go to, it's down a little bit.
Kinda. What I meant was that if you look at the whole history of Obama, the DNC and everything, and how that happened in his midterm election against Mitt Romney, think about it, guys. Think about how much seats the Democrats lost. Think about how much powers they lost. Think about what Obama did for them. Nothing. He didn't really do much. He did not do anything that did not benefit Obama. But when it came to Obama's reelection, he went right after him. He campaigns progressive. He goes out, on to the left. He leans way to the left and tells you, why he's great and this and that. But he just, that's just he just benefited Obama. That's all I can say. Did the Democratic Party benefit from Obama's presidency? Absolutely not. I hate to say that, but they didn't. They didn't benefit.
Here's why they didn't. Look at their state they're in now. Look at the state they're in. There is no state. They are basically...
No, they're broken.
They're beyond... I mean, I wouldn't even say they're beyond shambles, but again, we're going to get into that.
We watched a Democratic red wedding happen on election night. Live. There was a Democratic red wedding.
People wept for real.
Yeah.
We've legitimately still haven't gotten the conclusion to it. It just happened. There was obviously... Well, here's a scapegoat, which they're going to do.
Yeah.
But where's the conclusion? Where is the resolution? Where's somebody coming out from the party sticking up for it?
Well, you got Bernie Sanders right now. He's doing a lot of town meetings around.
It's like Bernie Sanders.
Keith Olsen, I think his name.
Yeah, it's Keith Olsen, him.
Yeah.
You're getting some people that are coming up, but it's the people that the DNC themselves stamped on. They stopped.
And what's horrible is they still are making the same mistakes. They just put a bunch of Hillary people in charge of defeating Donald Trump.
Yes. Why do that? You got beat, and you put those same people in charge, even less people back in charge to take him down, thinking it's going to help.
Right?
This is worse, and not supporting somebody like Bernie Sanders. Again, it's beyond me, but...
and see, Bernie keeps giving his notation that he doesn't want to talk about 2020. Right. He doesn't want to talk about the next time he runs.
Right.
But real quick, off subject, so I'm sorry, Squid, before you get into it. One of the things I want to talk about when it goes into that Russian thing, I'm really tired of the Bernie bros, like, Kyle, for instance, and Jimmy Dorn, saying, hey, let's dismiss the whole thing outright because you shouldn't trust the CIA, and look, Hillary Clinton, this and Hillary. Guys, come on now. What if Bernie runs again in the midterms? Are you going to be okay if he loses on that grounds that there may have been hacking in the election? Are you going to be okay with that? I'm not okay with that.
No.
I'm not at all. And, I'm really not okay with and I was telling Squid before you came today, Steve, is that should he even be president? Because look at the integrity. Has this ever happened where so much of the integrity of his election, of a one candidate's election, has been called into question almost? I mean, I think it hasn't happened for almost 100 years, man, but it has happened before.
I will say this. This is so funny that you brought it up, and I'm so glad you did, Rob, because I love history, right? That's like my thing.
You're a history major.
Yeah, I'm going to school for history, and I watched documentaries.
Yeah, we went. Yeah,
but no, it hasn't happened. Now we've had the majority. I looked at. I don't know if you guys seen a chart of basically they broke down every single president from George Washington to Donald Trump.
Yeah,
and they basically broke down their terms, how long they were in, and what parties. And I have never. Now there was obviously outrage, and there's been riots, and which I predict there will be on the ceremony. You won't see them, but they will happen.
Yeah, they're gonna happen.
Of course.
But no, not in the last. I would have to say almost damn near 50 years. The closest time that it's ever happened was after the death of JFK, and that was only in protest for the man being shot.
Wow.
This wasn't we never had this much outrage, not when Carter was in, where people were just this much so much hatred They're like
Yeah.
turning on themselves. They're like rabid animals.
Yeah.
Like you can't get to them anymore. Like they're past the point of no return. But like you said, Rob, yeah, we've never gotten to this point. It's like, do you want to even take the presidency at this point? Look how divided this nation is.
Yeah.
Where people are just like, they think the other side is just the scum of the earth.
Yeah, both sides hate each other really
sides.
bad.
There's
Really, really
no
bad right
budge.
now.
Now, obviously, you're going to get the left versus the right, but this is like no
other.
budge.
Yeah.
Nobody's budging. They both think they're scum, and there is scum on both sides.
There's
It's just
definitely
at
divide.
this point, do you really think one
I don't
man
think
can
that,
do it?
That's why I don't think he should be president. And I was telling Squid this. I said, even if it was Hillary, and this was the same thing going on, I would say Donald Trump should just be president at this point. And I'm not saying Hillary should be president. I'm saying we should just vote, just have a complete redo. I'm not even joking.
I think I totally agree with that.
A complete redo of this election.
That, but I agree.
Like a faster version, but a complete redo.
Well, what I didn't tell you was how I kind of felt about that. I mean, honestly, if this was happening to Hillary Clinton, I wouldn't say I would want Trump as president. I would want some other Republican.
Well, yeah, that was the point of the Electoral College. I don't know if you heard about the guy. I think he did Kasich and what the really boring VP, Tim Kaine. There it is. He had Tim Kaine there.
Yeah.
And Ron Paul got a vote too.
Did he really?
Yeah. Ron Paul got one electoral vote to be president. One guy actually would not vote for Trump. He would not vote for Hillary. Actually, he voted for Ron Paul instead. Yeah, that happened. But it's crazy.
Just like Rob said, though, it's crazy. It's
crazy.
At the point where
not to mention
I have nothing to choose but this guy.
But did you even hear now? He's come out and said, yeah, Russia battled the elections. Whatever.
People are falling in love with this man's nonsensical behavior.
Yeah.
He's becoming now again. I get not to cut you off, Squid, but I get the thing. Like I was really critiquing the man and not bashing him, but seeing why people love Donald Trump so much as a person.
I have a rebuttal to this guy.
He's a funny guy. We all laugh at him.
Yeah, he's funny. He's definitely funny.
He says funny things.
He's funny.
I mean, when he was just like, I didn't say all women were bad. I just said Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, when he was talking about his dick?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's funny.
I hate Donald Trump as a politician, but the guy is funny.
He's funny.
He's funny. But that's the thing. He is a funny, half-witted businessman we've all known from our lives that are now, he's going to be the leader of this free world here, and that's not funny. And he's treating it kind of like a game, on television. He's over there going like, so you said this about Russia. Do you think that's true? I said it, so yeah, I did.
Yeah, even though I denounced it so many times and hit it, and Kellyanne Conway went on all these shows and all my circuits on all these shows and said, you guys are just fake news, passing this fake Russian narrative. Donald Trump is not sheltering Russia. But then Donald Trump comes out and says, yeah, Russia did it. Okay. And what did he say, Squid? What did he say? Was the third person that you were talking about earlier?
Oh, then you're going to love this.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
If Vladimir Putin loves Donald Trump, hey, I take great pride in that.
That's quote unquote what he said. He actually said if Putin, and it's an asset. It's not it's an asset.
To have this kind of relationship with Russia we have had in
Why doesn't he just go over to North Korea right now and just drop to his knees?
You mean Russia?
Yeah. No, I'm saying he needs to start all the way to the bottom, go to North Korea, go to Kim Jong-un and just suck his dick, then fly all the way to China, get on his knees, and just start like all these like communist nations.
All these authoritarian people.
Yeah, all these authoritarian people.
Especially Nigel Farage. Just want to punch you in the face, asshole.
I know, but renounce what I said, not China, because they're not helping, quote unquote. And this is going to be so fun that we're going to get all these press conferences. Oh wait, did I say press conferences?
That was not a press conference.
We're going to get all these fucking tweets from our president. He's going to be the first ever social media president that we're going to have.
He was lit. Go ahead, Squid.
I actually have an idea of what's going to happen if he's in the Situation Room. He's going to have his phone in there with him because he can't be away from his phone for more than 5 minutes. He's going to be sending out a tweet in a life or death situation. He's going to go, Mr. President, you need to make a decision. Hold on a second.
No, I think it's going to be more like this. It's like, hold on, I'm sending a tweet. They just asked me for the nuclear codes that I'm going to launch. Sad, because I'm going to do it anyway.
I know, Rob. Seriously, I asked you this seriously. When are we going to get that tweet where he accidentally bumps the red button and then tweets it out and says, "Sorry, America," hashtag
almost killed everybody. Sorry. Today we almost started nuclear war. You should have said that to me. Sad.
Gonna get breakfast later.
Okay.
Delicious.
Let's go ahead and switch up the topic here. Is there a new Cold War? Or has the Cold War just ended now with Donald Trump's presidency? I actually have, we've been doing quite a bit of research here on this topic. I have a few articles I wanted to share with you guys about, now, for those of you who don't know the history of the Cold War was pretty much a standoff between the Soviet Union and America during the 60s and 70s, pretty much on to the 80s until the fall of the Soviet Union, in which time they competed in a nuclear race. They competed in proxy wars all over the world, like Vietnam, China, Korea, a lot of different things, to spread communism. A lot of that happened. But, with Donald Trump being presidency, first of all, I want to ask, do you guys think that the Cold War ever really stopped? Because from what I can tell, there's always been this race against Russia for arms. I mean, you have the supersonic glider, you have the F-35 military plane, which is something Russia is actually very scared of in reports because they know it's a very high-tech advanced military aircraft.
We'll get into that later.
We'll get into that a little bit more, too. But, I want to just tell you guys about some scary things that the Russians have been doing. I'm not trying to give you guys a red scare. This is actually real reporting here. And, this goes hand in hand with the Cold War. First of all, from the Japanese Times, it's been confirmed by the Japanese military ministry that the Russians have actually been entering their waters. They've been actually entering into Japan's waters, and Japan has confirmed these hits upon their radar. So Russian submarines have been doing military exercises within Japanese waters. And they said this has been on the increase since 2013, but now it's really starting to get on the increase. Yeah, with these naval drills.
The naval drills back in 2013, I can understand, but now
it's starting to get pretty. They're saying here's another one. Now, Steve, I know this one is pretty reminiscent of a crisis that we all known. This one here, I think, is very, very interesting and fucking insane. Does anyone know who the Filipino president is? Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. I've read so many stories about this guy.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is the president of the Philippines who is currently, right now, committing genocide on his own people. Drug dealers, drug users, anybody who has to deal with drugs. He's admitted to throwing people out of planes, even though he said he was joking. He's admitted to wanting to rape women.
He's also admitted to, I don't know if you guys seen this. He said this before, that he's actually admitted to killing people.
Yeah.
And liking it.
Yeah.
He's admitted to saying that he's beaten somebody's head in.
Well, here, Steve, let me give you this report here, and this comes from World News. The Philippines says finalizing deals to observe Russian military drills. The Philippines is finalizing a security deal with Russia, allowing the two countries' leaders to exchange visits and observe military drills, a minister said on Monday, at the same time assuring the United States that the ties with Moscow will not affect its alliance with its traditional ally. So now we have almost a situation like the Cuban Missile Crisis almost, well, not, over enough to hit America, but it's a similar situation of where this island that's supposed to be with us is going again. Well, Cuba, it's crazy. Well, Cuba was never with us, but, you get what I'm saying. That's pretty frightening, is that now you have the Philippines, this crazy fucking asshole, making deals with Vladimir Putin. Honestly, is that not psycho?
It scares me a lot, because this guy is just fucking nuts.
He's a fucking nutto.
He's a psychopath.
He is. I think he's actually admitted to
Did you guys hear, and Kyle Klinsky reported this on his show, that they actually, he's been admitted to using fentanyl? He says he's not, but he's actually, they say he might be addicted to fentanyl.
What?
So the guy who's, killing people for substance A is actually addicted to substance
Oh
A.
my God.
Yeah. So yeah, isn't that not like the standard narrative too? Somebody hates something just because it's they hate themselves.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm just like, how long are we gonna see this guy on our televisions shaking hands with Donald Trump?
Yeah. Oh, it's not gonna be long.
Really, I mean, I'm being serious. Like, he's already gave all these quotes. Like, he didn't want to meet with Obama. If you guys wanted,
Yeah, called the Pope a son of a bitch. I believe he called Obama a son of a bitch too.
Son of a bitch, yes, and he said that I won't go over there. He called him a pig once. So but he hasn't said anything about Trump, which is intriguing me.
Because I think he said he likes Donald Trump.
He likes Donald Trump.
Pretty sure he does.
I mean, are you kidding me? Who doesn't, right? But here's the thing about that.
Everybody
It's
loves
just,
that orangutan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going back to the whole Cold War thing. Has it ended?
Yeah. With the Trump being president now.
No, this is really funny.
Because these stories I'm telling you now, these are the Russians making moves.
Right now,
These are the Russians making moves around the world. They've also, in a new report, said they're moving more aircraft to Syria, even though they said the tensions are supposed to be being downgraded. They're sending more military over there right now.
Right. So, like you said about the whole Cold War, which was pretty much a propaganda push. Has it ever ended? I personally think it has never ended.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not the tag Cold War. They don't call it Cold War anymore.
Yeah, I think it's a new Cold War.
That term is so 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's in the 80s, so it's so 80s. Why would they call it the Cold War? And that's going to scare people. So we're just going to call it a handshake on television. Hey, you're seeing us shaking hands with Putin. And
then we fuck you on the computer.
Yeah, and then we're pretty much on under the podium giving.
So do you think there's been the end of the Cold War? Or do you think it still has never ended?
It officially has ended. But I do believe that the entirety of it, I can say, has not. I mean, it's growing increasingly now, but since in the 80s and really the 70s and 80s, it was when the fall of the Soviet Union happened, the big chunk of it died out.
Yeah.
But I don't think it. Russia and the United States haven't been fully pals.
No, not ever since. Not since the World War II alliance.
Yeah,
when it was with Stalin.
The Cold War happened right after it, but I mean, it has never been 100%.
And might I add,
been 90% or 80%. It has always been a handshake. History has told us.
Yeah.
This is what history tells me. It's always been a handshake. Go back and watch press conferences with President Bush Sr. It's always been a handshake deal. And what's a handshake deal? A handshake deal means, hey, I won't go over there and steal your lunch. I swear on a handshake. But it really is.
Yeah.
It's I won't fire on you. A handshake deal. It's never been, obviously some papers being signed, a handshake, a couple of pictures. We're friends, right?
But behind the scenes,
they're
fighting. Yeah.
Rob, you're bringing up the
behind the scenes. There's moves going on.
Moves being made.
Yeah,
and now they're just
made.
coming to light because this whole Donald Trump issue.
And what's going to be interesting? Well, hold on. I just want to add a real quick note. The reasons the Soviets hated America so much too is we actually went back on a lot of things. We promised. We went back on a lot of deals.
The United States has done a lot of shit.
We've done a lot of shit. That's just a fact. But that does not make it okay for anybody to fuck with us. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't. America! Fuck yeah! Gonna save the motherfucking day, yeah! But, that being said, I personally think it ended when the Soviet Union fell and we got that one fat guy to be fucking the Russian president. But as soon as Putin came into power, it started all over again. It started all over again because he's former KGB. He remembers how the old Russia works. Now, some people like to think he's trying to restart the Soviet Union. I do not think that. No, you know why I don't think that? Is because he is making so much money. He's making so much money. He don't want to share it, man. You think he wants to make another Soviet communist state? No, hell no, dude.
That is bad. Like I said, it's going back to the 80s. That's so 80s, so passe.
So
That's
80s.
out. Money is in.
Money is out, yeah. Ideology is out. Money is in.
Money is in.
Money good. Ideology bad.
And if you're thinking, oh, that's not true, really? Who's going to be president this Friday?
Yeah.
Who's going into presidency? Oh, that would be Donald Trump. The man literally making fake money that you can buy at the stores with his face on it.
You know, I wanted to go back.
Really sad.
I wanted to go back to what you were talking about, the populism of Donald Trump. Now, I've spoken to a lot of Trump supporters, and the funniest thing about all of them that I think is absolutely hilarious is when you talk to most of them about his policies, and he's like, Trump is, anti-TPP. Trump believes in the whole, giving mothers, leave, paid leave. And I'm like, you do know those are Bernie Sanders' idea. What? No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because you have your head so far up your fucking ass to the right of you. This is for all you right-wingers and conservatives out there. The fact is, you have your fucking head so up your fucking ass, and you listen to Fox News so goddamn much that they don't even tell you who's really on your side and who's not. Because Bernie is on your side. He is on your side. I don't understand it, man. I really don't understand. And when you hear these things, people are just like, no, but that was a Bernie Sanders idea. It's like, yeah, it was, dude. And his town halls that have been going on have been pretty impressive, man. He's been flooring people left and right, man.
Yeah.
But some of the people there that I've watched are so far gone when it comes to right wing. If you guys heard that one woman who was talking about she goes, well, when it comes to free education, that's where I stop listening to you. Because I believe every American has the opportunity to go to college. It shouldn't be a right. And I'm like, wow. So the opportunity should be given to only the wealthiest people, right? So let's say there's an Albert Einstein among a minority who can't get an education. You mean to tell me that guy does not deserve something? You mean to tell me that guy who's probably smarter than anybody else around him doesn't deserve something?
Which Albert Einstein didn't and couldn't afford education at his time.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I mean,
it's just why would you say that? Why would you say that's gonna hurt? Is that really gonna hurt you, lady? You're gonna repress the future.
Yeah, exactly.
You're really going to do that. You're not gonna better the education of the children. You're saying that. Why would you say that?
Yeah,
that is just
it's so I believe it's not, and I've heard that a lot from these people. It's like, I believe America has the opportunity. You should have the opportunity to do this. You shouldn't have the right. Well, it's like not everyone gets that fucking promotion. Not everybody gets up there like you. All right, so some people need some things, man. That's just how it is, because not everyone can live off the fucking wages that you're provided.
Yeah. But, I mean, sorry to cut you off, Rob, but you know what? Because I'm gonna go off this lady. That just, when I heard that shit, I was like, all right, so pretty much what you're telling me is don't tax the rich.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anybody who makes less than me, because they're inferior, anything.
Yeah.
They should live on the streets. They should be living off food stamps, and they should not receive education.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much what she was implying. She didn't say it, but that's what you're implying for cutting off education.
Yeah.
Education right now is already suffering.
It's going to get worse.
Are basically sucking kids dry. The education that you're getting, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a, pay for colleges such as ICDC, ITT Tech, closed down. But I don't know if you guys noticed, all those educations, all those degrees that people had for 8 years are dead. They mean
they mean dick now.
They mean dick. They wasted years of money.
Yeah.
All these payments that they were making right now that they still have to make are going to a dead company.
Think about that too. Think about you're going to, first of all, you're going to college to get a fucking diploma that's is equals to a high school diploma. Why shouldn't it be free? So you're basically paying for nothing?
You're basically paying for nothing. And at first, because college, I can get what she's probably thinking is, because college education, if you do that to everybody, then there's just going to be nothing. Lady, I'm going to tell you right now, they mean shit all right now.
Well, they think that it would increase the rate of tuition, which it will, but it actually is trying to decrease it over time. It really has.
Because with the overtime, it gives more and more opportunity.
Yeah.
And more opportunities means better for business.
Not to mention the school, think about this. If a student comes to your university and he's doing research that's changing things, your university's gonna get that money. They're gonna get the recognition.
They're gonna get the recognition.
You're gonna get the benefit.
It's going to skyrocket. It's going to be known.
I mean, but who cares? That woman obviously said.
Who gives a shit about
doesn't give a shit.
this
Another guy, another headline that's making much of that guy who basically, I love it. I love it from all the right-wing shows right now. So look at Bernie get caught in his whole anti-small business. Oh, let me tell you about that guy who came up there and says, why is the Obama administration so against small business? Why, because the taxes and the regulations that I have, when you gotta pay people off a credit card and stuff. And I was like, okay. I saw instantly Bernie got annoyed by that. Because, first of all, that guy did not specifically say what regulations. He didn't even say what business he was in. I would have said, please tell me what business you're in. What regulations are you talking about? Because if you give me the specific regulations, I'll tell you if they're bullshit or not. But if you, like he said, I'm not in favor of small business or corporate business polluting such because there's a regulation. And that's exactly what that guy fucking missed. That guy is so ignorant.
But it's the thing. It's the whole bury your head in the sand.
Bury your head in the sand.
They're just because he's Bernie Sanders, and and that's what I trashed that lady.
And second of all, if you're paying your fucking employees off a credit card like that guy said, you might be a failing fucking businessman, dude.
Terrible.
You're terrible.
You're a terrible businessman.
Yeah.
So you're up there, see, that's the thing.
Not to mention Obama's helped small business. That's like when he cut taxes for small businesses the first year he was in office. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Well, it didn't happen. Are you kidding me? That's too far back for people to remember.
People just don't care, dude.
They just don't care.
They don't care.
They just don't care. You hit the nail on the coffin again with that quote. I mean, people like that guy refusing to just refute. If he's came up with something that you didn't like, at least refute it.
Yeah.
Don't just say something idiotic and then just block out what the other person has to say.
It was just so broad of a question. Why is this administration, against small business taxes, blah blah blah? And I was just like, that's so broad. I couldn't even give that guy a fucking answer if he asked me that, because I'd be like, can you be a little more specific? What job are you in? Tell me that.
What is your trade? What is your rate of? What is your field right now? How are your employees? Give me something.
Yeah.
I mean, I can basically run up right now on him and be like, you know what, Bernie? I didn't have cheese on my sandwich today, so fuck you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's stupid. And it's like, what do I have to do with that?
Exactly. What do I have to do with that? Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we should, as the Minutemen, just go to the Donald Trump ceremony right now and just do that. Just be like, Donald Trump, fuck you.
Cheese for sandwiches.
That anyways.
Yeah, well, of course, but I mean, why not? Hey, there's going to be massive millions of people, like Rob said. Like, there are people right now that really, really are upset.
Yeah. Well, the DNC is one of the things they are doing. Well, Bernie is, I should say, is he's organizing rallies across the country.
He said he wasn't going to stop. He's going to.
Yeah, he's not. He's fighting. He's holding Trump's fight. To the feet to the fire. And that's what I admire. But that goes back to my point again about the DNC. I don't think they've learned their lesson, man. And I want to know, and this is the last time we'll probably talk. Well, not the last time, but this is a subject I'm really interested in. Do you guys think there should be another party, or do you think there's time to fix the DNC now? Honestly, honest to God. Because let me just tell you this, and I've made this point to CT Steve, and I have not made this point to our audience yet. What I did not understand about the 2016 election was how everyone was looking for the anti-establishment candidate. And everyone's like, oh, is it Hillary? Who's the lesser of two? When it got to be Hillary and Trump, they're like, who's the lesser of two evil? Who's the true anti-establishment? Okay, neither? Wouldn't you think a third party would have been the true anti-establishment vote? I mean, if you really wanted to stick it to the government, wouldn't you have voted third party? I'm serious, because because first of all, most third parties don't get federal funding. I should probably, so like if everyone did, like let's just say everyone who supported Trump just threw in for Jill Stein, that would have been a true fuck you to the establishment. Yeah. But I don't understand how so many people got so wrapped up that that's not the case.
It's the popularity. I go back. It's the popularity and the captivity of what is a Donald Trump. People are really dismayed.
It's the NFL team mentality.
It's Donald Trump is so beloved, it goes beyond that idealistic nature of them knowing what they're talking about. I'm voting for the anti-establishment. He's against his own party. Really? I mean, really. It's that whole thing where he says stupid things It's funny. People like it, and then he says something like, "Oh, that's going to benefit me." I think.
Let me ask you guys another question here, and here's a good one. Now, as Hillary, I kind of see this happening now, and this is something I'm making a prediction about right here on the show for the Minutemen. Hillary Clinton, I knew she was going to be the death of the DNC. I knew she was, because she was the ultimate insider establishment candidate. She represented everything that was old in politics. Everything. Now, Donald Trump is supposedly the anti-establishment on the conservative side, the Republicans, but now that we've all seen how the Republicans are acting and crazy and just foaming at the mouth for power, do you think he's going to kill the Republican Party when they lose the next election? Yeah, now, theoretically, I'm saying this if he only goes in 4 years, which I think he might. Now, with the shit he's doing, at first, like a while ago, I was saying, oh, he's going to win again just because he's just, he's going to, because the DNC can't get their shit in order. I don't think anyone can really get the shit in order. All the fucking, people that are like, oh, I love Bernie Sanders, even though I will not listen to anything Bernie Sanders says, even though when he says I should support the party, I won't, because I just hate Hillary Clinton, because I'm just starting to think so many people just hate fucking Hillary Clinton. It's not even about politics. It's just because you hate Hillary Clinton. Go ahead.
Alright, well, I mean, with you saying this, I mean, if Trump only lasts 4 years, I actually think he can. But the only way he's going to be able to break and tear down the RNC is if the DNC can find somebody that's almost like Bernie Sanders.
That's what I'm saying. If he wins again, they'll go on. But if let's say Sanders comes in and like trumps him in the 4 year, let's just say theoretically, let's say 2020, Bernie Sanders comes, he runs, he wins. Now, we all saw how bad the Republicans acted. Don't you think that's going to destroy them as much as the DNC? I mean, think about it. They threw their names in the hat for this fucking guy.
Well, this has happened before. Okay, okay. Let's go back. 2008 presidential debate, right? It was between John McCain, Barack Obama. Obviously, Barack Obama won that last debate solely, right?
Yeah.
And that's when he got the popularity vote. People were deeming him, oh, he's got such a good personality. And that's when the birth of the quote, yes, we can, right?
Well, yes, we can.
The thing about that is that was deemed when John McCain lost.
As the death of the RNC?
Yeah, the RNC. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. But the difference is that look at the face Donald Trump has put on the Republicans. Look at all their stuff they're doing. I don't know if you saw the report that came out about how the Republicans are trying to block liberal ideas. Even when they're out of office, they're trying to pass legislation that says, hey, even if you guys come up and make something that will be environmentally friendly, a law to pass against this or anti-corporation, anti-money, blah, 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 it will not pass because it's going to be preemptively blocked because you're a liberal. Or a Democrat.
See, this is the thing. But here's the thing about
that's a coup, man. That's basically a coup.
It really is. But it's nothing new that we've seen in the Republican Party.
No, it's not. But
here's the thing about it. It's not the Republicans. It really is not, because they're just doing what they've been doing for eons. It's the DNC, like you're saying. Can they be rebuilt? This is a
Can they fight?
Can they fight? They should have fought.
No, they should be fighting now.
Who's fighting besides the people we just mentioned, Bernie and etc.?
Even Elizabeth Warren has taken a step back.
But it's the thing where she has to take a step back because her own party is nipping her at the heels. Just like you said, they're foaming at the mouth for power. They're eating themselves for power. They're not attacking.
No, they're not.
They're not saying, we got punched in the mouth. Now it's time to go back for round two. They're staying down, and they're just doing it because they don't want to fight anymore.
I think that scares me a lot.
They want the money because obviously they thought they can buy their donors, and they're donors. And just like you said, Rob, like you were asking the question, is this over for the party? I don't think it's over for the party, but this is a tremendous blow. And whether or not Donald Trump makes it to 4 years or not, they need to, not only do they need to play catch up, but they have to have a strong candidate. Obviously, if Bernie runs, he might be the one. But who's
that's Warren.
But who's the people right now? Who's their backbone? Look at Trump.
The establishment people.
If you want to talk about Trump, and he's got that party.
Yeah.
he's got that stronghold.
Yeah, he's got the loyalty of the Republicans.
He's got the loyalty.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody.
They don't have loyalty.
They're like,
even among themselves, because you got the like I was just saying, you got the Bernie people who are like, and you know, I'm really starting to see this, guys. I'm not trying to bash too hard on you for the information on Hillary, but you guys are so talking about Hillary Clinton too much now.
Right.
It's over.
It's
okay.
They gotta let it go.
It's over. I'm starting to think you just fucking like her because you keep talking about her so goddamn much.
Because she's a Clinton.
But yeah, because go ahead.
Things always will carry weight to it.
Right, but the whole thing about the Clinton thing is that's why. I mean, just like you said earlier, people hate her because she's a Clinton.
Because she's
hate her because she's a Clinton.
Yeah.
And then, the whole thing, I don't want a woman in presidency, whatever. But it's the same thing. And that's just, you need to get over, because you guys harping on her, you're like a little child on that mom's leg when they leave you for the day.
Cool.
You gotta let her go. You got to let
It's almost like, it's almost like you wanted Hillary to win because now you realize how fucked we are.
Yeah, now you know how shitty the situation is, and now you're like, oh, if she just won. It's like, do you know how much damage
Trump's going to do?
Yeah, how much he's doing and how much damage you're doing to the party that you voted for right now by saying that?
I went on Jimmy Doran's Twitter, and somebody said, this is coming from because he said some shit about people being a fake progressive, and somebody actually shut him up and said, oh, this is the guy who told progressives to vote for Donald Trump.
Right.
Yeah. See, it's shit like that is destroying the Progressive Party right now.
And he was the one on election day, on the election night.
That was stunned the most?
That was stunned the most, and then right when it happened, he turned about face.
I was right.
Shitted right on the faces of all the DNC. It's like, dude, you fucking had that. You're the part of it. You're the big reason. The guy on the fucking fence.
You're the reason that people weren't energized to vote. And I say the same thing, and I'm not harping on journalism. Well, first of all, I'm harping on Jimmy Doran because Jimmy Doran doesn't do any journalism. Period. He doesn't. He just talks shit. That's all he fucking does. But like on TYT and stuff, they talk a lot about how why weren't people energized to vote for it? Because you guys did so much hits on it. And might I add, you used WikiLeaks. And you did not even disclose once on your shows this was stolen information. Not once did you say that. That's your fault. When they say there's so many reasons Hillary Clinton lost, the fake news, the racism, the sexism, how about the fact that your own progressive party was telling you not to vote for him? Not to vote for her. That you guys were saying, oh, God, I'm so pissed off. And, rightfully so, because I was so pissed off against Bernie about how Bernie lost. But like I've said before, when I threw my vote in for Hillary Clinton, you want to know why? It was because Bernie Sanders said, hey, this is not the time for a protest vote. Not to mention he was going to be the Secretary of Treasury. So what? So you don't care about Bernie. You don't care about his message. When the very guy you follow says, hey, come on, guys, if you truly believe in me, get behind me and let's get behind this party, you still had no loyalty. Just think about that. Doesn't that say something to you?
I mean, not only doesn't that stick to your own craw? I think it is. You bring up a good point. I think it does. I think it's finally setting in. It's taken a couple of months now, but it's finally sitting into these people that I messed up, because they're thinking about when I should have stand by you, I didn't, and now
no one listened to Bernie,
and no one listens to him. And
even when he said don't vote for Jill Stein, everyone was like, oh, I'm a Bernie supporter, I'm going for Jill Stein.
So all those t-shirts.
I was like, wow, dude, really? Like, Bernie Sanders is saying, like, what, say what you want about the Republicans and how disgusting they are and how much they take conservative, and that's all true. That's all true. They take money. But the loyalty, man.
Give it up for them. They are sticking like a wall to each other.
Like, do you remember when Mike Pence stood up and said that it's time for Republicans to come home? No one really reported about that, but I said, that's going to work. I said, that's going to fucking work. Because you know what? He's seriously saying, come on, guys.
Well, it's unity. It's unity.
Unity. He said, come on, guys. Come on, guys. We gotta get behind this guy.
Because you know why? It's bringing people together as one. The DNC is not only pushing people away.
They shit on them.
Scattered, and they're shitting on each other. And just like you said, we're going back to this point. The DNC is weakened. They're broken.
Yeah.
But it is so hard to tell as far as now. We're talking about this is January 11, 2017. It's very hard to determine whether or not they can bounce back. We'll see.
We'll see.
We're going to be here. We're going to see it, and we're going to see it happen live before our eyes, and we're going to report on this. But it's so hard to see because who's the guy? I mean, who's the guy that's going to bring the party together? Who's going to be like, they fucked up, and I'm going to come together and bring us in?
Well, Bernie Sanders and Keith are actually trying to make that happen. But the DNC is blocking them. Even Obama is against Keith from even taking the seat.
Right. And it's just like, how much more are you guys going to do this?
Yeah, before you realize you're not going to win with that strategy.
Really? When the time comes, are you going to do exactly what they did, which is just bring up another Mitt Romney as well as the Republican Party did?
Right.
Look how well that did for them.
Yeah, look how well.
But what happened is, as much crap as we talk about the Republicans, well-deserved, Rob brings up a good point.
Loyalty.
It is the honor and loyalty among that party to themselves. Yeah, they're scummy human beings, but they are... There's honor.
Not the voters, like I said, not the voters. Some of you are. Some of you are deplorable.
Within them, there's honor among thieves.
Yes, there is. Some of them, yes, they do. They actually did fucking, show you loyalty. All right, we'll be right back with our final topic.
And Los Angeles is burning. This is not a test of the emergency broadcast.
All right, I got a story for you guys. So the Daily Caller News Foundation study has an interesting article out entitled "Study Shows How Just 270 People Would Survive the Coming Zombie Apocalypse." Just 273 people around the world would survive the first 100 days of a hypothetical zombie apocalypse, according to a new epidemiological study conducted by the University of Lancaster. Researchers assumed each zombie would average one encounter with an uninfected human per day, and each encounter had a 90% of turning the human into a zombie. By day 100, there would be 270 human survivors outnumbered by 1 million zombies.
Shit.
So, what do you guys think about that?
Wow.
Well, hold on, there's more here. This model splits the population into 3 categories: those who are susceptible to the infection, those that are infected, and those that have either died or recovered. Yeah.
Recovered?
Yeah, I don't know what that one means. Recovered. Reads the study's abstract, so I don't know.
Recovered bodies?
I guess. Okay, the model then considers the rates at which infections spread and die-offs as individuals in the population come into contact with each other. So all in all, only 273 people would survive a zombie apocalypse. And you know what? You conservative bitch, I know it wouldn't be you! No, for those of you who don't know, that's to my friend out there.
Yeah, it's
That's my best friend out there who listens to us. He's my good buddy who calls me a crying liberal. I really enjoy his coverage. He just makes us more popular. So I just want to tell you, thank you, buddy. I'm sorry I get rises out of you, but I didn't mean. I'm sure you might be a zombie. You might survive in 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying. If I'm dead, I know you've been dead for 100 for years.
just know if you turn your good friend here, Rob, he's gonna be the first one to put you down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to put you down. Don't worry, buddy. What do you think about that, Squid? Do you think you'd be one of the 273 people to survive? I don't think you would.
Actually talked about this.
Yeah, I've talked about this before this article even dropped.
Even with CT Ducky. And I remember Ducky's words. Oh, as soon as the zombie apocalypse starts, I'm going to go over to your house and kill you.
Yeah. Because we know you're going to die. I mean, we've already talked. We've pretty much already had this plan of, well, we would just kill Squid right off the bat. Yeah, because it would be pointless to have.
I think I said that. Now, when me and CT Rob here, when we first met, we had this discussion. And then I said, well, if this happens, I'm probably going to find where Rob is and just kill him first. Just because I'm like, we're probably going to... I was like, who's going to turn first? I'm like, it's probably going to be me. I'm going to turn on him right away. And just be like, oh, Rob, you fine? And then just like find his AK and just be like, oh, sorry, it went off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how long is it going to take us to like just turn it? It's not going to be that whole like, let's come together as a group and like traverse this world. Like, no, we're probably gonna be the first ones stabbing each other.
So funny that you say that, because for a while I would think, maybe maybe we could survive a zombie apocalypse, but now with the country being as divided as it is, I don't think we would survive.
I don't even know. Are we in it right now?
I would think people would be like, well, some people say the Trump people are zombies right now. They say they are the zombies. They are the Walking Dead right now.
You've seen a couple from the South.
Yeah, the Walking Dead, but I don't know, man. I think it's really interesting that, out of this model, only 273 people on the entire planet would be left alive. I think that's pretty fucking scary. I mean, that's a pretty small population.
Yeah. So let's just say this. Let's put it out there in the open, Rob. You think you're going to survive?
Oh, I know I'd survive. I know I'd
You're willing
survive.
to eat a baby to survive?
Well, ain't no baby, but... Well, I don't know. It depends on how good it was cooked. But anyway. No, I know.
Rob, between life and death, you have to drop to your knees, open your mouth, and receive the long dick of the law. What? To be lawless there, man. I don't want to suck no lawless dick. And you know Trump is going to be surviving somewhere.
Oh, my God.
Bring me the head of Rob.
Jesus Christ. That would be.
Trump did survive.
That would be fucked up. I would say there would be no God if he survived at that point.
Out of the 200 of these people that survived,
Would
you want to survive? Would you want to survive at that point?
What if it was? What would be worse if it was him and like Alex Jones and Paul Joseph Watson are the only people to survive?
And then they come it's gonna be like the road, dude. They're just gonna come along a foggy road and just like make you strip there naked, and you're just there.
No, I don't think that'd be them. I think they'd be the guys on the fucking truck or whatever, being like, what do you eat? Anything we can find. Looking at that little boy like, you sure look good, boy. That boy needs some food. That boy needs to get something to eat.
Oh, what are you telling me, Rob? You know you're walking there, you're like looking out for people with your children, and then you just hear you're looking real good there, boy.
Looking good.
Come on over here, let me pet you for a sec.
Let me just pet you. Your black silk hair. You like popsicles? I got a cellar full of popsicles.
Old, wrinkled, sweaty hands of Trump just like feeling your hair.
That's so
you
funny.
Smell good, boy.
God, that's so scary to think if he was one of the last people left. I don't know. I really don't think. I don't know. In some aspects, though, I kind of call this article a little bit of bullshit. In all respect to the sense of like, okay. And I'm really gonna go nerdy out on people here because you're gonna hear a real zombie fan talk right now, a real fucking nerd. So there we go. So just brace for impact. First of all, depending on the zombies, are they running zombies? Are they walking zombies? Are they zombies like from Dead Alive?
Or like 28 days
later? Or like 28 days later. Because if they are the sprinting, running zombies, I might be fucked. Because those guys just run full blast all the time. That's like...
running through barricades and stuff.
They're just fucking... they don't care if they're on fire, they'll keep running. I mean, that's bad. Now, walking zombies, Walking Dead, I think a lot more people would survive. The reason I think a lot more people would survive is because we've kind of seen movies about what to do with zombies and stuff. Now... Whenever you watch something about zombie apocalypse, and most of the time, and this is just really in movies, half the time in the universe in which they're talking about, the zombie apocalypse has not happened. So they're unaware. So people have no knowledge of what a zombie really is. I mean, there's some movies where they go, oh, don't use the word zombie or that. He's a zombie, but some like Dawn of the Dead, for instance. Dawn of the Dead, George R. Romero's, those universes do not know anything about the zombie apocalypse. Those people just don't know what the fuck to do. It's not like they had a movie called Night of the Living Dead where they could watch what these people did and say, hey, maybe I wouldn't do that or I would. So that's why I think a little more people would survive than just 273.
Okay, but here's another one. What about the in-between zombies? The ones that sort of they don't run, but they don't walk either. They're like the power walking ones. So if they kind of see you, and rigor mortis hasn't really set in, so they can kind of catch up to you, kind of thing. So they'll kind of sprint if they have to.
Just kind of fast walking one. It really wouldn't matter because I think that's like Walking Dead zombies. I think Walking Dead zombies would be a lot easier than running zombies. I really honestly think if we were running zombies or like what's really bad? World War Z zombies, we would be fucked, man.
That would be
disease would spread so fast.
It would just be too quick to survive at that rate. But as well as I don't even think it's just the zombies you need to worry about in zombie apocalypse, because what is all the lore that we've known about zombies?
It's the peoples, man. People too.
It's the people that you can't trust.
Yeah.
And who's gonna rape you and then eat you and then or eat you and then rape you? You know,
I just don't understand if you okay. I'm just I hope for future reference, maybe if I'm dead or whatever, and this podcast goes on. If you are eating people during the zombie apocalypse and survive, there's something fucking wrong with you because the dead is rising and walking and eating the living. You do not need to be eating the living too. There's something wrong with you if that's the case. I'm fucking wrong with you, man.
Rob, it's fine. We already know I'm gonna find you first. Be like, where is Rob? We need to survive this. He's gonna be face down, pants pulled down, dildo in his ass, and I will salute you.
What is with you and rape it?
I know. Because you know what? That's what happens, though. That's what usually happens in all the movies that we've seen and all the things. There's usually a guy trying to either rape a girl or trying to eat her.
Yeah. You're just jealous about my strapping, young lad demeanor.
And you just can't resist that.
You can't resist it. That's why everything sucks with you.
We're gonna have to probably keep you alive, Rob. To be honest,
probably.
Just kind of bait you out to kind of. Oh, there's that young boy right there. Hey, boy, you alone?
I'd be like that fucking chick will fall out. Bottle cap for your thought. All right.
He's young.
Well, again, that's going to be it for the Minute Man. We thank you guys for listening to our show. Keep listening. Look, like, subscribe, guys. We like your guys' love on Twitter. We love it on Facebook. We love any questions you guys have. We got a Reddit now, so send any of your questions there. Please, tell us what you guys think. We love to hear it. That would be all for the Minute Man. Over and out.
Feel small, never thought about the problems of this planet at all. Global warming, radioactive sites, imperialistic wrongs, and animal rights. No! Why think all the bad things when life is so good? Why up with an M when there's always a could? Let the whales worry about the poisons in the sea. Outside of California, it's foreign policy. I don't want changes, I know reactions. Your dilemmas are my distractions.